Hello and welcome to Winter Fragments, Lynx here, and of course we continue this lovely game where supposedly we are also working on our own visual novel. Sounds interesting. Stay tuned in. Alright, so the deal has been sealed. We have the programmer. Let's see where this is going. That morning, I spent the rest of the morning typing up the first few scenes of our story on Chisato's PC while Chisato finalizes the character designs in her sketchbook. Yes. I haven't used the computer much, but I at least know where all the keys on the board are, which a lot of people don't. Which I don't know if I should take as a surprise or not. Sure, I sometimes have to have a look on the keyboard myself as well, but you know, I don't really type with looking on keyboard normally. Well, whatever. My typing speed leaves something to be desired, but it's still quicker than writing, and it's easier to erase mistakes on the fly. I mean, I do think I used to type faster than I do now, but well, whatever. I'm able to type up 5 pages in my first hour. Okay. Which doesn't seem like much, but I'm proud of it. That's the first scene out of the way, at least. I've got all the exposition about Sumira's family and their dire circumstances down, so now it's time to introduce the love interest! The keys clack between my fingers at an increasingly rapid pace as I grow more comfortable with its layout. I think I'm making pretty speedy process. If I do say so myself, I should be an expert typist by the time the sun sets. I get so embroiled in my work, it takes me a few moments to notice the familiar presence standing behind my shoulder. Oh no. Why would you do that?
Oh, gee! How long have you been standing there?
Not that long, only a few seconds.
Did you take a break from drawing?
Chisato nods. I think I finished Sumira's belly art. I need to scan the sketch, then finish it up digitally.
Oh, do you want to trade places? I can write out the rest of the scenes with a pen and paper.
Would be nice to have a typing machine, wouldn't it? I do have one, actually. I was going to suggest that, but it's fine. You look like you're concentrating. I don't want to disrupt you.
Oh, are you sure? You can't exactly finish your work if I don't get off the PC.
Could always try asking older sister, because she has a second one. Wink wink. Don't worry about it, keep on writing. I can start work on Takumi's sprite while I'm waiting.
Okay.
I turn my attention back to my script. I resume typing, but I can't get into the rhythm of things as easily as I did before. Thanks, Chisato. Chisato hasn't moved. She's still standing behind me, even closer now than she was before. What's she doing?
Hey, Chi, did you say you were gonna get back to your own work?
I will in a minute.
Is something wrong?
No, not really. I was just curious.
About?
The story, of course. I want to read what you've done.
Well, gee, hi. That's very flattering. I'm so happy to show interest, but, you know. There's still a rough draft. I haven't gone back to edit it yet. I bet it's really repetitive and there's probably a whole bunch of typos, yeah. You should wait until I fix it up before you read it.
Perhaps you're right. Chisato relents. She draws away from me, which is something of a relief. Oh, thank you. And simultaneously a bit of a bummer. I wouldn't feel like that at all. I truly did, and still do, hate when I do something and people are trying to like glance or have a look or stand behind me. It's always been the case, no matter what it would be. I'm doing something on a PC. Someone stands behind me. Please go away. It's always been the case. Always. Even at school. If we had to do something like on IT classes or whatever. Or to be honest, any other stuff, like we'll have exercise to write in a notebook or whatever. If someone would stand next to me or behind me or some in front of me, whatever, I would just stop and wait for them to go away. Like, the presence alone is so annoying. So annoying. And I still find it like that. You want my help with something as well? I mean, if it was family and help with PC or whatever, fine. But don't stand behind me. God. Go away. I don't know, maybe it's weird, maybe it's not. I really hate presence of someone getting into my way of working on something. Anyway, it was a bit awkward, yeah, being so acutely aware of my best friend's body, but I didn't dislike having her chest pushed up against my arm. Okay, that's fair enough. I understand why you would miss it, Saku.
I still wanted to read it, for I've not seen the ride before, and it was kind of cool, I guess.
Huh?
Cool. I am. Not most of the time, no.
Oh.
Don't get a swollen head. Other more circumstances, you're woefully inept. Well, gee, thanks for the compliment. You're so nice, gee. You don't let me finish.
Chisato harums cutely.
I was going to say, while you're often inept, you looked a bit different just now while you were writing. I've not seen you so focused before. It was impressive. I see. So you saw me when I was in my serious mode and it made you fall for me. Now you're venturing into the realm of fantasy. Well, I'm a writer. It goes with the territory. I'm supposed to make up stories.
Makes sense.
About your characters, yes. About me, no thank you. That's going a step too far. What? Don't you want me to immortalize you as an adorable heroine? Let's stick to the Lynx Sumire story for now. Alrighty, you're the boss. So do you think of my story so far? You must have read a little bit of it, at least over a shoulder. Do you like it?
I try to affect an air of irreverence, but I'm actually rather invested in Chisato's answer. I'm pretty happy with what I've written thus far, even if it is a rough draft, but there is no guarantee Chisato will like it. She's a harsh critic, even or especially to her friends. Okay. Does she have friends? Kinda hard to believe. I'm fully prepared to have my work sliced to ribbons. I can only pray she'll spare my ego from complete annihilation. I'm only a wannabe writer with a few unfinished stories to my name. If she goes really hard on my first serious effort, I might cry. Chisato contemplates for a few moments, her expression inscrutable, and then...
I think it's interesting. Really, do you like it, Chi? I wasn't able to read enough of it to form a solid opinion, but I suppose I do like it, yes. It's obviously unpolished, and I did spot a couple of small mistakes, but they can be fixed up later. You're doing a good job. Wow! Well, that's surprisingly sweet of you! I'm not being sweet. I'm simply telling the truth. If I hated it, I'd let you know. Yeah, figured. You're not one to mince words. I was totally afraid for a while that you'd eviscerate me. I might be cruel, but I wouldn't do that. I would want to ruin my nails. I meant like verbally, so do you think other people will find my story interesting too? I'm sure they will, but even if they don't, I don't care. I want to read the story to the end, so you have to keep writing it. I won't lose track of. No, that's kinda scary. It's a bit treasuring too far. Alright! I'm gonna try and knock it out 3 whole scenes before lunch. I'm not about to disappoint you, Chi!
If Chisato likes the story, that's all the encouragement I need. I really am going to give this my all. Interesting, interesting. And so I spent the rest of the day with Chisato in her girlish bedroom, working on our project, which we decide to call after some deliberation, My Bittersweet Love Story. Why do I feel like I've seen this title? My Bitter... Okay, definitely not on Steam. But I really do feel like I've seen a title like that somewhere. Or at least something similar. It's that you. Come on. Bittersweet. What if I write or type My Bittersweet? No. What if I go Winter Fragments, click it, and have a look at ebi-hime's releases. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Nope, doesn't sound like... Why do I feel like there was something that I've seen in the past? Bitter sweet. I mean, there are some games on Steam, I guess, with that word, but... Also, I kind of low-key thought, oh, maybe, you know, a little bit insert of a different game here, right? Would be interesting. Anyway, I toil away on her PC until lunch, then the pair of us switch places. I detail the next handful of scenes in one of Chisato's sketchbooks, while she scans her drawings and begins to color them digitally. Huh, that's interesting. So she doesn't have the... like, is it called a notebook? Or... I actually don't know what's the device for drawing that you use on a PC. Whatever. Time passes in a rush of frantic activity, and before I know it, the sun has already set. We're in the tail end of December, and the days are a sliver what they are in the height of summer. It's a little after 5 o'clock when I set my pen aside, my wrist aching, and glance out the window. The sky is dark blue and it's all scattered with stars. I stretch and then frown.
I wonder if I should head back home. Hey, is it that late already? It's getting there, yeah. Oh, bye. I didn't realize so much time has passed. I guess it's nice when you're having fun.
I flash Chisato a bright smile, but it soon wavers.
My parents will be wondering where I am. I said I'd be back this evening, but...
My gaze drops to Chisato's sketchbook, its white pages crammed full of my ideas. My handwriting's pretty big, and I curve my characters just so to make them look cute and bubbly. My teachers don't like the way I write. My joyless maths teacher, my Mr. Yuri in particular, he says my writing's hard to read. Okay, well, they can go to hell. People are not supposed to write. Except for the doctors. Doctors are not excused. Doctors are definitely not excused for their shitty handwriting. But other than that, people should not be like complaining about the way you write. Unless you actually write really shittily. Then again, like, I knew people who really wrote badly, like, for some reason. But at some point, the guy was like, ah, fuck it. And everything was in capital letters. The hilarious thing was the guy was living next, or more like not next to me, closest to me, right? So if I was not at school or whatever, I would borrow the notes from him. So it was, let's say, a tough quest to actually get all the notes for my own self, so I know what's written there. Actually, it was really a tough quest. But I kind of doubt her writing is bad. I would say in general, women's writing are hardly ever like bad looking. I think I myself switched kind of, maybe not the style of, writing, but I definitely had a few letters which I changed the way of writing a few times. Not like it mattered. Oh, I know what is actually tough to read when I'm writing. It's the connection when the words are, let's say having M and then U afterwards, because I kinda make them into one into one letter, and a lot of times people don't know what I wrote there. Other than that, I would say my writing is pretty neat. And if I remember correctly, in primary school at least, I was told that my style of writing is relaxing. And by that I don't mean like the way I write stories or whatever, but the way I write letters. Anyway, whatever. That was my Polish teacher saying that. Alright, personally think he's complaining too much. There is a bunch of boys in my class with handwriting worse than mine. All cooked, wonky chicken scratch. Yeah. At least I make an effort.
I know if I want to go home to see it for. I've still got a bunch of work to write, and I don't trust myself to do it at home. I'll never get anywhere without your prodding me, gee. So you admit you're hopeless without me. That was never up for debate. Heh.
Chisato smirks.
That's true enough. I'm glad you're so self-aware. It's one of my saving graces.
I laugh weakly, then frown.
I don't want to call it quits on this story. Not when you said it was interesting. That will feel like a betrayal. What do you think I should do, G? Well, I wonder.
Chisato toys a lock of her long, dark hair, her expression contemplative.
If you don't mind, you could always stay here a few nights longer. Of course I wouldn't mind! I'd love to spend more time with you, G, even if we weren't working on my bittersweet love story, but what about your parents? Would they be alright with it? I doubt they'd have any problems. My mother loves you for some unknown reason.
What do you mean? How dare you say unknown reason?
And your father? When he's not at work, he's reading his study. He's always so busy, he doesn't notice what's going on most of the time. If your parents only wouldn't mind, I guess I could stay a little longer. It'd be nice if we could spend a bit more time together. It is Christmas Eve and all. I fail to see how that's relevant. It's super relevant. It's, a holiday. We won't be going out. If you stay here, you'll be in my room around the clock and you will be writing. I won't go easy on you, even if you are my friend. How harsh! Still, that's the way I like it.
Wow.
You wouldn't be cheap if you weren't kinda mean to me. I think I need it to keep me in line. You do indeed.
Was it me or did I just see another freaking snowflake falling? Dude, I think it's snowing again. 6th of April. The weather this year is so ridiculous. Then again, whatever. I could have winter all year long, to be honest.
Now that you've admitted it, you can't act like the victim when I boss you around. I have no compunctions about cracking the whip. Oh, how exciting! I don't mean it like that, idiot. Oh, what a pity!
I pout, which prompts Chisato to sign this deeply fed-up manner.
I think you've been spending too much time with my older sister. She's a bad influence.
No, she's a wonderful influence. She's a wonderful influence.
Oh, I'll be fine. I won't let sorrow corrupt me. I swear.
I flash Chisato a set of double peace signs.
Peace, peace.
To which she rolls her eyes. She's awfully good at that.
I think you're plenty corrupt already. But you can still be safe if you promise to work hard and stay away from Saori.
No.
If you can keep this in mind, I'll ask my mother if you can stay a bit longer. Do you think your own parents would let you? They should be fine with you. It's not like we celebrate Christmas Eve back home or Christmas proper. We don't even give out presents.
What?
It's the same for our family. That's usually working on Christmas anyway.
Ooh, ouch.
We should be getting fried chicken for.
Right. Because that's so very Christmassy. Fried chicken. No, it's not for.
Oh, fried chicken! If I stubborn, can I have some? No. You'll have to sit in a corner and watch us eat it. How cruel! Won't you at least let me gnaw on a bone or two? What, are you an animal? Well, maybe. I don't mind crunching bones between my teeth. The marrow's not so bad. Ew. Maybe you really are an animal. I'd rather not see my best friend chowing down greasy bones from KFC, so I guess I can set aside a few thighs for you.
KFC. Ugh. I'm gonna be honest. KFC's chicken fucking sucks. End of story.
Alright, I've got to spend Christmas with you! I'll go and ask my mother then. Do you want to come with? Sure!
I bound up from the bed, a flurry of teenagery energy, and head downstairs with Chisato. We find Mrs Shima in the living room, watching something on TV. We have not been to the living room, I think. Is it some kind of freaking greenery on the right side? That's so weird. But then again, maybe it's the photo. Is it a candle on the table, or what the heck is that thing? Wow. Alright. She has one of Mr. Shima's crisp white shirts on her lap and a sewing needle in her hand. I think she's stitching a missing button back onto it. Oh boy, I have not done any in years. Mrs. Shima looks the bit of a typical traditional housewife, her dark hair piled back into its habitual bun. Is it weird that I was actually capable of sewing the buttons to the stuff? Maybe. If only she were wearing a kimono rather than a white sweater and a long skirt, then she'd fit the cliché down to a T.
Hey, Mada. Can I ask you something?
War! Of course you can. Anything for you, Chisato.
A smiling Mrs. Shima sets Mr. Shima's shirt aside, turns down the volume of the TV, then swivels about to address us.
I must say it's nice to see you. You've both been shut away upstairs all day. You must seem like a stranger, Chi.
I think it's kind of cute that Mrs. Shima used the same nickname of her daughter that I do. I wonder if she picked it up from me. I've been to the Shima's house so often it must have stuck.
Sorry about that, Mada. We've been busy.
I'm glad to hear it. What have you been up to then? Winter homework?
I pull a face.
I'd rather not think about that right now. Mr. Ira gave me so many equations to do. Doesn't he know it's nearly Christmas? Where is his holiday spirit?
Yeah, so true. Homework for winter or whatever should be not allowed in general. Mrs. Shima laughs at this, as she often does in regards to my outbursts. She seems to find me funny.
I take it he's not heard of peace on earth and God will to all men. He definitely hasn't. He's a total sadist. I bet he gets off on making cute girls cry.
Wow.
Hey, Saku, don't say that in front of my mother.
Chisato hisses, affronted, and nudges me in the ribs with her pointy elbow. Mrs. Shima, however, doesn't seem at all perturbed by my outburst. She laughs again, then shakes her head. She must be accustomed to cross comments, what with having Saori as a daughter. Let's go.
Oh, don't worry, Chi. You don't need to scold Saku for me.
But she was being rude.
Maybe she was, but I can understand where she's coming from. I was a student myself once, and I know how hard school can be. It's a total pain! I don't see why I've got to waste my time with work when I'm not even in the classroom.
Kind of true. Same like with work. I know maybe it's not a correct approach. I don't care. I clock in, I clock out. Afterwards, you can call me, not answering.
It isn't fair, is it? You're right, it really isn't.
So if you're doing your homework, what have you girls been doing?
We're working on our own visual novel.
A visual what? Is it something like a picture book? The funny thing is, you are not that far off. We could say.
Kind of. It's like those story games she likes buying.
Oh, like the ones when she likes to play on PC with all the handsome big-eyed boys.
Mother, please.
Chisato deflates beneath her mother's good-natured questioning. She looks painfully embarrassed. I can tell Chisato's had enough of this subject. If I was a better friend, I'd drop it, but seeing Chisato flustered is too fun a situation not to exploit.
That's exactly right. She's always playing games like that. You meet a lot of handsome boys, and you date them. You know, we wanted to make something similar.
It's like, get it out, my patrons, I need to know all of the details.
But you want to know the details. I'm interested in you, Chi.
It's not important, really.
Oh, no, that isn't true. Don't downplay your interest, Chi, dear. I don't understand them, but it does make these visual novels.
That's...
Oh, sorry. I did not even notice that she said something else.
I don't understand them, but it doesn't make this virtual novels.
That's visual novels, mother.
Oh yes, my mistake, sorry. I don't know anything about these so-called visual novels, but I know you like them. That makes them important.
You're being way too serious about this, mother. It's embarrassing.
That's what mothers do, I'm afraid. We exist to embrace our precious daughters. Mama's plenty embarrassing too. She never leaves me alone when I have friends over. She's always in and out my bedroom offering drinks and snacks. Well, you see, we mothers are made to be embarrassing. It's how we express our love. Mrs. Hijikata isn't so different to me.
Maybe not, but Saku's mother isn't right here now.
Oh, maybe I should give her a call then to join us.
Chisato sighs.
I feel like you are picking on me.
As if I'd do that.
I throw one arrow about Chisako's shoulder.
You're being paranoid, Chi.
I do wonder.
Chisato pushes my arm away. She looks incensed, and I can't say I blame her. I wouldn't tell my own mother about my fondness for visual novels, and as for my feelings for Toya. You think my family knows I play visual novels? No. You think my friends know about that? No, they don't. Actually, one of them does. One of them does. Purely because I played the remake of Narkizu at university. Other than that, literally real life, you know, people that I've seen in my life face to face and so on, nobody knows pretty much. Oh, I guess, the head of the department I work in, which is a video department, he also knows. Because I actually did input the info. Oh, you know, I'm running my YouTube as well. On the resume. Which I was not sure if I should or not, but you know, it was a work which kind of connected with it, and I showed, you know what, fuck it. Maybe this will be the ticket to get that job. And it was. Anyway. Visual novels, feelings, okay. Forget it. That'd be excruciating.
Oh, you girls.
Mrs Shima chuckles.
You get along so well, you make me think of my own school friends back when I was your age.
I hope your friends didn't torment you like Saku does me.
Oh, yo. I think we should talk the other way around here.
Oh no. I was the one doing the tormenting. I've always had a unique sense of humor. Now that you mention it, I can totally see that.
She said about while adjusting the hem of her skirt. She clears her throat. Then she says after a pause,
Ahem. So can I ask something now, Mada?
Oh yeah, you did say you had something to talk about, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I was going to ask if Saku could stay here a few days longer, but...
Jesus shoots me a deadly glare.
I'm starting to second guess that myself. I don't know if I have the fortitude to deal with her antics.
What? Gee, that's not fair. Just think about her story. It's not going to write itself. Don't you care about Sumire and Takumi? Who are Sumire and Takumi?
They're nobody.
Hey, they're characters in the visual novel we're working on. Sumire is the main character and Takumi is her love interest. Oh, I see. How lovely. Will you be working on the story while we're here, Saku? That's the plan.
I think this already gives answer if she agrees or not for Saku to stay.
It was the plan, but it might get delayed if you keep running your mouth.
Huh? Are you threatening me, Chi?
I might be.
How about we stay with the older sister if she is like, no, I don't want you here. Chisato cracks her knuckles in a manner that can't be described as ladylike. That's not the kind of thing a student at the esteemed St. Cecilia's should be doing. She looks more like a thug than a well-bred young madman. Madame? I want to say madman. Madame.
Been learning about the French Revolution in history class. Do you want to see how it fared without your head, Saku?
French? Meh, weaklings.
my cute head, anything but that.
Then I advise you to stop blabbing to my mother, you traitor.
Mrs. Shima, for her part, does look at all perturbed at her youngest daughter's behavior. She only laughs like she's watching a two-person comedy performance.
I don't mind at all if you want to stay a few more days, Saku. The more the merrier. Okay, thanks, Mrs. Shima. I owe you one. Do you want to know more about that visual novel? I'll try to be on my best behavior, and I promise I won't overstay my welcome. I'll be back home before New Year's.
Later.
Mom, can Saku stay for New Year's too?
I imagine your parents would prefer that, yeah. Just try to set some time aside for your homework, alright? I don't want the sadistic Mr. Irie giving you any trouble.
I'll try to get to it.
When I finished penning Sumire and Takumi's love story, that is.
And don't roll up my chi too much, do you hear? I'm very fond of you and I would feel awful if she really was driven to violent murder. It will make things rather awkward with your parents, and blood is awfully hard to clean up.
Thanks for the concern, I guess.
It's no problem. Now do you want to call your parents to confirm things with them?
Oh yeah, I probably should do that. Thanks for the reminder.
I commander the phone in the living room, then punch in my home number. My mother picks up on the fourth ring and answers in the slow and hurried way.
This is Hijikata residence. Who's calling?
I guess she's not that cut up about my absence. I give my mother a brief rundown of the situation, for I omit all the parts about the visual novel I'm developing with Chisato.
So, can I stay for a few more days? I was thinking until next Friday, if that's alright.
The 30th?
My mother ponders.
That's fine with me. But what did the Shimas say? Do they mind putting you up for so long?
Asked Mrs. Shima already and she said it was fine.
Well, if she doesn't mind, I have no problems. Don't make any problem for them.
Did I say problem? Trouble.
And make sure you come back by New Year's. We're supposed to be visiting your grandparents, remember?
Yeah, I've got it.
My familial obligations aren't something I can forget about in a hurry, worse luck. We always visit my paternal grandparents on New Year's.
Interesting.
I go to grandparents from my mother's side on Christmas Eve. Used to be also the next day. Either at their place or my parents' place, I guess. But, you know, grandparents are getting older and they don't feel like preparing anything anymore, obviously. Which kind of makes sense, of course. So it's, I guess it's just like one day for the whole kind of family at my parents' place. Yes, it is grandparents from mother's side and my parents, and that's pretty much it. I will not be getting into more details right now. I could, I won't. Anyway, they live a couple of hours away in this small town which is on the cusp of being in the middle of nowhere. Interesting. Their home is a traditional Japanese house. Oh, a dream. Maybe not dream, but because I don't know, like I feel like I would like a house which is modern but has the vibes of traditional Japanese house. Because obviously the traditional house has its like bad elements as well. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the corridors are super cold, right? So I would like that to be dealt with. And I think by modernizing it, it would be doable. But again, I will never have money for that, so... Anywho, all tatami, floors and sliding doors, and it's freaking freezing. Oh, okay. She was literally talking about that. But yes, tatami floors, totally nice. Sliding doors, yes, I'm a huge fan. And I'm actually also a huge fan, basically, of this sort of corridor. And the fact that you can see the outside. I'm totally into that. I would like that. But the thing is that material, right? That you can see through, it's not. It's not good for keeping the warmth. So I guess I would have that replaced literally with sliding doors. Which would be all glass. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said. Again, I'll never be able to afford that. I'd be happy if I never had to go there again, but that seems unfair to my grandparents. Wow, Saku, how can you say that? They're not all bad. I'm actually quite fond of them as far as old people go. My grandpa is a funny guy. My grandma's cooking is great. And they are generous with their New Year's money. It will be a sad day indeed when I'm too old to receive freebies from my extended family around New Year's. Oh yes, that day is approaching.
You should come back here and leave behind your school bag and uniform before it gets too late for... And you can fetch some spare clothes while we're at it. You didn't bring enough pair of underwear for a long trip, did you?
Well, no, I thought I was going to be staying there one night.
I know. You're so slipshod when it comes to making plans, Saku. In that sense, you're rather like your father. Now, it's already dark outside. Will you be alright walking home on your own? I would offer to pick you up, but I'm going to make a start on dinner so that your father isn't here.
I'll be fine. Our house is only like 20 minutes away.
Are you sure?
I can hear my mother's furrowed brow in her words.
I don't like the thought of you walking back here in the dark. Anything could happen as it's so cold. I've heard it might snow soon.
It's no problem, don't worry, Mom. If it bothers you, I can run all the way back.
That would bother me even more. I wouldn't want you tripping.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't she say she's in a... literally, the club that is about running, literally a running club, the athletic club, running club, whatever. I guess not like people who run don't trip, right? But still. My mother sighs, she's such a worrywart. She's less smiley than Mrs Shima, but she expresses her fondness for me on their ways. Her concerns sometimes get on my nerves, but right now it makes me smile.
I'll be fine, don't worry. The sooner we get off the phone, the sooner I can get there and back, right?
Alright then. You raise a good point. I'll see you later, Saku.
Yeah, I'll see you.
I hang up the phone, then relay the conversation to the Shimas. Mrs Shima offers to drive me back home herself, but I decline. I don't put her out. It might be dark outside, but I still have the twinkling Christmas lights to guide me. I'd be the same. I mean, I'm a guy but I'd do the same thing. I'd go on my own, basically. If I had a sister or daughter who'd, like, want to go like that. No, I'm driving you there and back. Anyway, our time is quite jovial during this time of the year. It might be nice to take a walk on my own. It will give me some time to turn over more ideas for my bittersweet love story. I've always loved writing, but I never knew it could be this much fun. Is it? Okay, I guess we'll cut it right here, and the walk home will take care of too. Oh, there are actually names of the chapters. I did not notice earlier somehow. We'll go back home and then go back to Shima's household tomorrow. And I do enjoy this story. Alright, let's end it. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you'll join me tomorrow as well. Consider liking the video. And if you are fresh to the channel and you managed to watch through the entire episode, consider subscribing. Because that might mean you actually like visual novels. And we play a lot of them here. Also in the description, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. If you're into any of that stuff, consider following me there as well. With that being said, hope you all have a wonderful day. And hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow too. Bye bye!